but I'm for broadening the tax base and letting cities and towns determine where it makes the most sense for them and what's the fairest policy for their citizens. I love the language of government. It's totally different from the language of businesses. So they have the current services budget. So this is what the government does, is they go to the departments and say, well, to provide the same things that you provided this year, what would it cost next year? So they ramp it all up. And typically the current services budget is about a 7 or an 8% increase over the previous year. And the Democrats use that as a benchmark, and they say, well, anything that's less than that is a cut. Anybody who's running for statewide office and wants to make a difference in Connecticut, the cities are our biggest challenges. So you have to talk about the issues that affect the cities. And there's an opportunity for the Republicans to take on the issue of solving poverty. The Democrats tried it and failed. Bill Clinton basically abandoned it. You don't hear Democrats talking about poverty anymore. I think if we're the problem solvers, which I believe we are, and the people who really believe in fairness, I think we ought to pick up that issue and start addressing some of these problems. I actually think you're going to hear a lot, certainly from me, about the cities, and I think we ought to be hearing a lot from all the Republicans who are running for statewide office about solutions to the challenges facing the cities. If you receive more than $1,000 a year from a public employees union, a lobbying firm, or a large state contractor, you cannot serve in the legislature or have an executive level position in the state government. And to anybody, I've been traveling around the state talking to Republican town committees, and when I tell people that that's what was in the bill, everybody goes, well, wait a second, that's not already illegal? I said, no, we got a bunch of people serving in the legislature who actually are paid hundreds of thousands of dollars a year, and they work for state. Tier 1 employees were employees before, I think, 1994 or 5 or something like that. And they had very generous pensions, and then they changed it. So now you have Tier 2 through 4. And so they've come down. But they're still outrageous. They're still unaffordable. And so something's going to have to happen. A lot of states have transitioned to 401k type plans.